The year is 1944, near the end of World War II. This is a time of talking between the Germans and the United Nations. The leader of Germany, Hitler, wants to beat the United Nations no matter what. There's another person in the story named Grigori. He works for Hitler. Grigori also has two friends with him, a man and a woman. This man with Grigori wants to do something big. He actually managed to build a machine after 5 long years of trying. This machine can open a door to another world. The reason for this is to help Hitler win the war. So he starts trying to make his plan work. And just like that, the door to another world opens. But suddenly, the United Nations army attacks them. A big fight starts between the two sides. At the open door to the other world, the professor attacks and throws a bomb into it. As soon as the bomb explodes, the doorway closes. When the doorway closes, Grigori also gets stuck inside. Meanwhile, Grigori's two friends run away. The professor asks who got hurt, saying that the door to the other world was open for a long time, so maybe something came out. Right away, they realize something is moving behind them. While looking around, they find a strange red baby with a big right hand. The professor picks him up and gives him chocolate. Actually, this was a monster baby from another world who came here because of the open doorway. After this, the army named that baby Hellboy. Time passes quickly, and 60 years go by. Grigori's men bring a person to a holy place. They kill him there. While they are doing this, the dead man's blood gathers in one spot, and Grigori, who disappeared into the other world, comes back to our world. The professor appears in the story again, but he is old and sick. The doctor says, "You only have 2 months to live. After that, you will die." The doctor actually wants the professor to stay in the hospital, but the professor says, "I want to stay at my home because my son needs me." So, the professor goes back to his paranormal research center. Then, the professor calls his special agent to his center. First, the professor introduces the agent to a priest. This priest can see the future, reads books, and has mental notes. The professor explains, "We found him in the secret basement. He has a talent for reading 4 books at the same time." Then they move on, and a senior agent arrives. The professor asks him, "Take this with you." They go into a room where Hellboy is also there. Hellboy has grown up, but even after 60 years, he looks young and full of energy. The agent is surprised to see him. Hellboy asks the senior agent, "Who is that man?" The senior agent says, "He is your partner." Hellboy says, "I don't need any help." The senior agent whispers to the other agent, "Give him the same chocolate the professor gave you." Seeing the chocolate, Hellboy asks, "Has Papa come?" The senior agent answers, "Yes, he has come." Suddenly, an emergency alarm goes off. They both rush to the place where something happened. That place is a museum, where a creature has killed many people. They go inside the museum. Using his abilities, the priest tells Hellboy, "It's still inside." Hellboy tells everyone to wait outside, and he goes in alone. Inside is the mysterious creature. Right away, Hellboy seems to kill it. As Hellboy is coming out, the mental priest says that he knows about this creature. Actually, it's a creature that has the power to come back to life. Hellboy thinks, "I killed it, but it's still alive." They fight hard again, and Hellboy finishes it off once more. After this, Hellboy leaves. After Hellboy leaves, his whole team arrives there. While touching the things there, the mind-reading person finds out that Grigori and his friends had been there. They wanted to bring a god of evil into our world, and Grigori let loose the creature that Hellboy just killed. Knowing all this makes the professor worried. After touching the professor, the mind-reading person knows that he is very sick and will die. Hellboy goes to a mental hospital. There, he meets a girl named Liz. Actually, Liz used to be part of their team. This girl had the power to control fire, but Liz's fire was out of control and it caused a lot of damage before. That's why she was in the mental hospital. Hellboy says to her, "Come back with us." Liz says, "I don't like being here, but I've gotten much better since I came. There haven't been any accidents, and I can control the fire." Just then, Hellboy's team members arrive and take her back with them. Because of fighting that creature, Hellboy has a mark on his arm. When they check Hellboy, they see the creature's eggs in his wound. The mind-reading person says that it can lay eggs in anyone when it stings them. There are 2 things these eggs can't stand: bright light and heat. These eggs need darkness and wetness to grow. Hellboy finished off that creature in a basement. That place had those conditions. The professor tells Hellboy, "Tomorrow, you will go there with the whole team and destroy all the eggs." The next day, the mind-reading person, the agent, and Hellboy arrive at that place. Once there, they all start looking for the eggs. The mind-reading person goes down into the water and sees that the creature laid many eggs there. The creature is in that place and tries to kill the mind-reading person. But he gets out of the water just in time. The creature also comes out and kills 2 agents. Just then, Hellboy arrives and he has a tough fight with the creature, and Hellboy successfully kills it. But Grigori was also a strong person, and bullets didn't hurt him. He badly injures the senior agents. When Hellboy gets there, he sees the soldier pretending to be dead, and Hellboy believes it. Everyone except Hellboy is hurt. If they don't do something, these creatures will spread all over the world, and they will destroy everything. Light comes out of the creature that Hellboy killed. It was clear that if they killed 1, 2 more would appear. On the other side, the professor brings Liz to the place where he lived. Meanwhile, Hellboy arrives there and is happy to see Liz there. This is because he liked Liz, but he hadn't told her how he felt yet. On the other hand, the professor is checking the dead body of Grigori's friend. He looks like he is dead himself. The professor sees that there isn't even a drop of blood in him. It was clear that he was not human. Just then, the professor goes downstairs and sees that Grigori's friend has woken up. He puts on his clothes and comes downstairs to where the professor is. Seeing him, the professor understands that this is a planned trick against them. The professor says, "I faced the pawn, but who is the planner or the king? Where is he?" Just then, Grigori is seen sitting there. He makes fun of the professor and says, "Excellent! This wouldn't have happened if you had killed Hellboy 60 years ago." He says, "I will show you a vision of the future." He touches the professor's forehead. As a result, the professor starts to imagine things. The professor imagines that Hellboy's horns have become very big. The whole world is on fire. There is fire everywhere. Grigori's same soldier kills him. Knowing this, Hellboy comes back. He becomes sad seeing his dead father, because he had no one else in this world except his father. There is a note near the professor's body with the name of a place written on it. After this, everyone goes to that place together. But the mind-reading person didn't go with them because he was very sick. They see ruins there and go inside. Suddenly, Grigori's man, the one who killed the professor, appears in front of them. He attacks Hellboy, and Hellboy knew he was his father's killer. Hellboy was stronger than him, so he uses his power and kills him. At this time, Hellboy's team had gotten separated from him. They also find the creature's nest where it laid many eggs, and there are countless creatures joining them. Hellboy bravely faces them too, but fighting them was not easy at all. They had great numbers along with power. When Liz arrives and sees this, she tells the agent, "Kill me so I can burst into flames. Then I can create fire." And the agent does just that, hitting her in the face, and fire starts in Liz's hand. Liz tells the agent to hide somewhere, and he hides near some rocks. Using her firepower, Liz destroys all the creatures and their eggs. As the creatures end, Liz and Hellboy also lose consciousness. When he wakes up, Hellboy finds himself trapped, and Grigori and his men are there in front of him. Liz is also there, unconscious. The agent has been put in a cell. There was also a very big rock there. It had fallen from the sky and was a doorway to open another world. Actually, it was the night of a lunar eclipse, and the portal could be opened tonight. Grigori asks Hellboy, "Do you know why your hand is so big? Actually, it's the key to open the door to the other world. Now it's your job to open the door to the other world for us." Hellboy clearly refuses. Grigori asks, "Won't you do it for Liz's soul?" And he changes Liz's soul into his own. "If you want to see Liz alive again, her soul is waiting for you on the other side. Now you have to open the door to save Liz." Hellboy tries to break the locks. Grigori explains, "Your real identity is written on these locks. You cannot break these locks without saying your real identity. You have to say your real name. Say your real name." When Hellboy says his real name, the locks open, and Hellboy's horns grow bigger. There was also a crown of fire on them. He goes to a rock that was the door to the other world. It was midnight, and there was a fire burning, a total lunar eclipse. Hellboy puts his hand in the hole in the rock and starts to open it. A bright light comes out and goes towards the moon, and the door to the other world opens, and the supervillain is also released. Now, Hellboy had to open the lock through which the god of evil would step into our world. Just as Hellboy is about to unlock it, the agent asks him, "Do you know who you are? Don't forget your identity. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who your father was." And he throws his father's rosary onto the cross. Seeing this, Hellboy remembers his father's wishes, his good qualities, and his own good qualities. And he breaks off both his big horns that had just grown. Because both horns are broken, the doorway closes, and he stabs one of his horns into Grigori. After this, he picks up Liz and starts to leave. Then Grigori, who wasn't dead but still alive, asks, "What have you done? By killing me, you have brought a new creature to life." And a monstrous creature appears from him. First, it finishes off Grigori's female friend. Then it attacks Hellboy. Hellboy faces it and fights, but this monstrous creature is more powerful. Hellboy has a bomb, and he lets the creature swallow him whole. Hellboy then explodes the bomb when he is completely inside the creature. As a result, the creature breaks into pieces. Here, that monstrous creature also meets its end. Hellboy comes back safe and sound. He goes to the agent and Liz. Liz was still unconscious. Hellboy whispers in Liz's ear, "Why couldn't I understand that you were mine and you are mine?" Hearing these words, Liz regains consciousness. Hellboy and Liz hug each other. Here, part 1 of the movie ends with a happy ending.